YouTube, it's your boy Fishing King, Nook City TV, and I'm here today to give you a tutorial on how to clean crappie with an electric fillet knife. Let's get right into it. No fluff. Alright guys, what we have here is a white crappie, about 13 inches long. Okay, it's been sitting in the refrigerator, so it is dried out pretty good while still being cool. So we have a good, solid, firm fish to work with. That's always important. What I'm gonna do, a lot of times people will lift up this fin. It's not necessary. You can cut straight through it, but the first thing we're gonna do is make a C-cut around the gill plate. And we're gonna start at the head where we can try to grab as much of this head meat as we can, go around the gill plate, and we're gonna come out down here towards the bottom. We're gonna trace it with our fillet knife. Here we go. Okay, I hope y'all saw that. And I'm opening it up so y'all can see what that looks like right there. The second thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put our knife back in that same cut. And when you put that knife in that cut, what you're gonna be feeling for is his actual spine, his backbone. Once you feel that, you wanna start your knife, you wanna turn towards the back end of the fish, and you wanna put a little pressure, as you see me doing, I'm gonna put just a little pressure on that backbone and ride that backbone all the way to the tail, stopping at the end before going all the way through. This is what it looks like. All right, we're gonna take our knife out. Now it's time to open this fish up. And what you have is one side and the second side. Now this is what we need to do. We're gonna put our knife right here at the edge of the tail, just about where we stopped. I'm gonna start the knife. I'm not trying to saw. I'm just gonna start the knife to where it enters the flesh, and then I'm gonna turn it again, and we're gonna be in between the flesh of the fish and the scales and the skin. This is what it looks like. Turn. Adding a little pressure and out. Now we have a skinless fillet. There's one more step to this, and that's getting the rib cage out. This is what that's gonna look like. I call it a V-cut. If you're looking at these ribs, there's gonna be one cut here, and that's gonna remove the entire rib cage and now make your fillet fully boneless. Here it is. One cut, two cuts. We've now removed the rib cage, and now you have a boneless fillet. Simple and easy, guys. Now guys, true enough, that's all it really takes to fillet a crappie, but I understand that if you've never done it before, if you've never had that bubble blade in your hand, and you've never had that crappie on the table for yourself, then you might have a few questions. I'm gonna try to help you with that right now. But make sure in the comment section, if you have a question, man, y'all hit me up. I'd love to answer those questions for you. It's just what I like to do. Let's get a little more in depth in what it takes to fillet one of these crappie with an electric fillet knife. Guys, I hope y'all are enjoying this video. I wanted to tune in real quick, man, just to remind you guys that we do have big bill hats in stock. If you're looking for a hat that's gonna be good for you when you're out there in the sun, guys, go ahead and check out the big bill hats. www.hookcitytv.com. We got them in 4 colors. We got them in the navy blue, the khaki, the black, and the cool gray. Get yours today. We're about to go a little bit more in depth, and you guys are gonna know how to clean a crappie using an electric fillet knife. Talk to you soon. All right, guys, let's get a little more in depth with it. So again, we're gonna make the first cut the C cut. Make sure you got enough power. Starting angled at the head. Now turn that knife. So I'm giving it this motion right here. And all I did was went around the gill plate. Now, the second cut, again, I stick my knife in until it stops. I don't have to give it any extra pressure or anything like that. You can feel it. can almost hear it. I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but you can feel exactly where that knife stops. So it's when you go through the flesh and your knife stops. That's where you know you're on the backbone. When you're on that backbone, here's the motion I'm using right here. It's just a turning. So as I engage the knife, I put it in, I engage the knife, and I turn. And what I'm doing is I'm laying that flexible blade flat against its backbone. And that's what I'm using to guide me all the way down the tail. Now, this is what I want you to understand. I don't want you to start digging, because if you do that, what you're going to do is you're going to cut through the spine of this fish and come out the other side. That's a big no-no, and you ruin your fish. What you need to do is turn your knife, get it flat, let the blade flex a little bit. You see how this blade flexes? Let it flex a little bit, pressing but not digging. So digging is here. Pressing is with the knife flat going down the side. That's to ensure that you do not cut through your fish. Pressing, not digging. And if you need to move your knife a little bit, you can do so. Stopping at the tail. We're going to open our fish up. Now, this is what I want you to see. This is the backbone we just rode the whole time. So here's the backbone. Now you see it. This is what we hit, and this is what we ride. This is what we ride, ensuring that we get as close to the bone to get all that back meat and not cutting through, because these bones are easy to cut through. So we don't want to dig, we want to glide and press. And that's what opens up that fish. Same thing goes for when we have this fish open and we need to separate the flesh from the skin. All I want to do is engage my knife, make a small cut. I don't want to saw, because then I'm going to be sawing through the skin. The skin is your barrier, which keeps you from going too far. As soon as you feel that resistance, because the flesh doesn't give much resistance to the blade, but once you hit that skin, it'll give resistance. It's time to turn. And the same thing, I can flex my knife, keep it flat, and run the length of that fillet. Now, we take it off. We can check. We see that we have no skin there. There's nothing extra going on. We'll close this fish up. And to close out this fillet, I only need to make 2 more cuts. And baby, it's time for the grease. Look, 1 cut. What I'm doing, I'm going to the edge of the rib. So this last rib sits right at this point, and you can tell where it sits, because it's kind of white right there. It's like that stomach membrane. But right there is where we start. Okay, guys, we're gonna start there, and we're just gonna ride the outside of these bones. We're gonna use the bones as our guide. And then we're gonna go on the other side, same starting point, and there's bones right here, guys. You can see them sticking up. And we just wanna ride the outside of those bones. Listen, simple and easy. Just like that. Guys, that's a simple tutorial for a very simple task, and you get exactly what you're looking for. Hey guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. Listen, do not be intimidated by those electric fillet knives. Things are really simple to do. And again, if you follow the steps that I've provided them for you today, man, you will be able to successfully get some boneless fillets, man. It's your boy Fishing Ken, Hook City TV. Again, don't forget to get your Big Bill hats, www.hookcitytv.com. Leave me a comment. Listen, give me a thumbs up if you like this tutorial, if it was any good to you, if it was any good for you. I want to hear about it. I want to know. It's your boy Fishing Ken, Hook City TV. I'm out here.